Welcome to a short overview of this engineering services firm financial model template. This is a bit a special model template. The objective basically work from a list of projects this company has secured or expected to obtain in the next years, and then to look at the payment terms from these projects, and then based on a set of assumptions to derive a financial forecast. And I will just explain you a bit the structure and how to work with it. Don't worry, it doesn't scary as it might look like. I will just explain and show you how to manage with that template. Before we proceed, please hit the subscribe button to get notified of all the videos released by us. This template is structured with different worksheets. We have assumptions, clients, project, summary sheets, a sheet for historic financials, forecast sheet, here are all the calculations, break-even analysis, and then also a sheet which looks at the cash flows from investor perspective. To start with, this worksheet can be used if you either plan to start a new engineering services firm and you have project lined up, or if you already have an existing firm. In that case, you will have some past financials, you can enter those, and then these would be the starting point for your analysis. The first thing to do is we're going to define a bit or to configure the model with the categories, what kind of client segments we have, what kind of projects we have. We enter here typical durations, the payment terms for these projects, but this is just the default configuration, and this can be configured here on the assumption sheet. We then also have, if you plan to pay by milestones, we can here enter typical milestone payment schemes, how much of the contract value will be paid at which milestone, and what is the month where these milestones are going to be paid. We then also have cost assumptions, capital expenditures, the people you're planning to hire, and then also the operating expenses. Together with the financing assumptions, this then forms the basis to prepare your business plan. To get started, what we're going to do first, we look at the client sheet. If you already know which clients you're going to service, the idea is we want to know what is the revenue we can obtain from these clients in the next years. So we're going to put in their names, their categories to start configuring this template. But then the real essence and the whole magic actually will happen in this model on the project sheet. So we have here a list of projects. We can allocate, or we'll have to allocate which project is for which client. This then will allow us to basically aggregate every project and assign to a client on the client's overview list. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fetch either the default value if we don't know what the typical project is, or we actually can override this. We just say there's a project coming. Please note, if I start to enter hard-coded figures, I'm going to change the color. Blue stands for input, so I know this is a figure I have inputted, while blue is basically a suggested formula, so we can work with that. Sometimes we're not sure if this is a formula or if it's an input, so this is our way of dealing with that. And then we can basically say project by project. Also here we can say what's the payment scheme for these projects, when does the project start, in which year, what is the expected duration here in terms of the years, and then this is going to be plotted on our forecast. And as you can see, whatever numbers I put in here will then be plotted. We have here tables for, in this case, this is a yearly payment, but I could also do this monthly. I can just demonstrate this. I can go here and just say monthly. Voila, and then I go back to the link, and now I'm on the section for monthly payments, and then I can see this is then being added to my forecast. And that's basically where the whole magic happens. What I just need to do is to go through a list of projects. They are being plotted here on these different tables and then aggregated to a revenue forecast. And then this revenue forecast will result into financial statements forecast, where we have the usual tables being produced: income statement, balance sheet, cash flow forecast, free cash flow forecast, so that we can then understand the profits and cash flows. If there is debt, we can also have a debt schedule here. And then this is all aggregated and then summarized on an executive summary sheet, where you find a lot of tables and breakdowns, which allows you to analyze your business plan and also the types of projects, the contribution by different project types, so that you can basically get a grasp of your situation and what most likely the prospects are going to be for the next years. We also have here a quick scenario parameters which you can change to simulate. So let's say what would happen if all the contracts value would be, let's say, 10% bigger than what you currently have, and then you can see the impact directly on your financials, or also what happens if your costs are going up. So then we can, in this case, it's OPEX. So if you, let's say the OPEX is double what we have, and then you can see this reacts here. So we can run a bit scenarios, quick scenarios, and to figure out how this business plan a bit reacts so that we can understand the risks, but also the opportunities of this plan. At the investor level, we have here a simple model included. This is just two types of investors. We have the founders and the investors in case you plan to team up. So you could basically define who owns how much of the company, who contributes how much of the funding. Let's say in this case, investors will contribute most of it. What I want to do is equity funding that's provided by the investors, and equity stake is 50-50. And then what happens is that we also included metrics at the investor level. We have here a simple model where you can define which investor will contribute how much to the funding. In this case, investors will contribute the majority of capital, but then they only get 50% stake in the company. Or you could just simulate a simple shareholder structure based on that. What we do with this is then we split the equity cash flows, and for each investor category, we basically look how much is invested, how much is the proceeds. We calculate the metrics. And as you can see in this case, investors, they invest more than the founders. They both get half of the cash flows, but in this case, because the investment is a bit more, then the IRR is a bit lower. And then we also get the returns at the investor level, and we also included the pre and post money valuation in case you plan to raise funding. So this gives you a way that you can translate what your project pipeline into a financial forecast together with all the metrics you need, and then you have a tool at hand which you can use for fundraising or for discussing your financial plans with your partners, and or simply to budget how your next months will look like. There are lots of financial tables included. You have income statement on a monthly basis, and this then is aggregated, so you have all the details to get a bit more clarity what's going to happen with your business. I hope this overview was useful to understand a bit what this template is all about, what it can do for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Visit our website efinancialmodels.com. I also included a link to this template in the description below, and feel free to check out also our other templates and also our other videos which explain a bit what we do and what kind of templates we develop. Thank you for watching.